Factor. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, scholarships, education, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing.
Research, educate, comment.
This is Call Factor, and I'm T. Linus. Call Factor, factor facts, opinions, rumors, celebrities, politicians, and world issues. We would like to resolve them, but mostly we do this for our own mental satisfaction. Call Factor is also a safe haven for fellow Leos. We help you understand us through and through. Welcome to our cave. You better behave. Hello, this is T. Linus, and you're listening to Call Factor. On this morning, I would like to talk about none other than Blueface. Why Blueface? Because Blueface belongs to a Linus, and this is the Claw Factor. So that's the answer. Outside of that, why not Blueface? I mean, I'm looking here at from one internet post to the next internet post, and they're talking about how they're glad that he went to jail and how, he was a menace to society and all of these things. And I'm just wondering why we don't have no love for this guy. I liked him. I was bored during the Hollywood actors and movie strikes and television strikes. No new material was coming out. It was the same old thing. The world was evolving. Reality shows, Zeus, all of them were just taking over in some way, but not fulfilling the complete void, because we had so much other free time in which we had no new material from Zeus or Now This TV. But we had Chrisean, and we had Blueface, and then we had Jaidyn. But we first had Blueface, Karlissa, and her daughter, and Jaidyn, and the other chick that they were trying to have a sister-wife relationship with. So that's how I first came into realizing his family dynamics and drama when he put his mother and his sister out of his house for his hoes. So yes, I understand that. He is not a great person. I have a problem with the fact that he talks about his mother disrespectfully. I truly, truly do. I have a problem with the fact that he called her out through something as big as social media, because it's one thing to disrespect your mother, but it's another thing to call out her name. It's another thing to allow your girlfriend to beat the shit out of her. It's, he took these things to the extreme, and he did them on social media. And therefore, instead of doing it in front of 10 of your friends, which 10 of them will hate you for the rest of your life for that act, you have 100,000 people that pretend to like you and pretend to be your friend, just like probably those 10, that find this problematic. And so therefore you disrespected your mother times whatever, however many people it reached. So there was no way that there was not a repercussion to this act. It was going to happen. He had to deal with what he had allowed himself to do to a mother he had never done this to before, mind you. So I get why some are saying he's a horrible person, but I don't get how people cannot give him his accolades, and how it is so easy to want a black man in jail. That is like the scariest thing to me. I can't figure out what in Sam's hell could make someone be okay with another person going to jail. Unless you don't believe the prison movies you watch, or you don't interpret them
past what they are showing you, so you don't understand there are hours and minutes of a day that are never going to be included in any documentary or any movie. So all those free hours of a day of that lifestyle, how could you wish that on anyone? Bad food that give you cancer when you come out. A bunch of horny men that they want to rape each other. Being raped. Having to rape or feeling the need to rape. Being a rapist. Being a pedophile. All these people all in one place. They only take sex offenders and put them separately from the other population. So some of them get mixed up and they're in there. So it's like, and then you have the men that's been in and out of prison and having sex with a man that's pretty like Blueface would mean nothing to him. And it means that there's a problem with the judicial system if they're okay with this, right? When we say we want them to go to jail, we want them to go away and think about what they've done and hopefully get some type of rehabilitation. But rehabilitation has been taken out of the penal system for over God knows how many years. At Reagan, I think. So you don't have any form of rehabilitation that's been done, but you have a lot more abuse that's been done. It has been proven that people come out of prison a worse criminal or more of a criminal than they were when they went in. So I'm just trying to find out, how do we glorify anyone going into a justice system that is not fair, has never been fair, and we're okay with someone going into that system. Now, I'm not saying I'm okay with any of his actions, but according to his mother, he went to jail in defense of these women. And if that has any validity to it, then we have a problem. We have watched a young man be a man, take it on the chin, defend his baby mamas, build a whole empire that kept us all pacified. Matter of fact, we finna whine for a little bit because Hollywood still don't have their shit together, and they underpaying their actors and the actors that we prefer seeing on the screen that looks like us. So definitely the black or the melanated group, we're going to suffer here without Blueface. I know I'm gonna suffer. I don't see how I'm gonna be at all entertained, because I've looked at a couple of posts and I think a couple of people agree, and I don't find Chrisean that interesting without her talking about Blueface. I do not. I like her when she is on the show, though. I do like to see her on the baddies acting a fool. I mean, I like Ratchet TV. I mean, that's just what it is. But I don't like her when she's on her live with her friends and the baby and her family. Oh, the family. So I don't like it. I'm not a fan of her. I haven't completely forgiven her for putting her hands on a lioness. Be running the packs. Be running packs. And I'm not okay with that. I know she'll never be able to do it again and get away with it. If she touches Karlissa again, Karlissa can choose to kill her or put her in jail. Either way would be justified. She would leave out of the jailhouse that day free and clear. Yes. So I'm just telling you. Because of the simple fact, she's already hit her. She's considered a senior citizen, and she's going to deal with that if she does that again. Jaidyn, I don't know what she's going to do. She's all, oh, they all love me. They love me. So you're going to make money in the gay industry. It looks like to me, because she's more, glorified by the LGBTQ plus, and then in Canada they add some niggas on it. So she's more with them, and her being with them. But
That's about all I see is her fault. She did the best she could. She was a mother. She just like y'all. Y'all all fell at that shit too. Even though you be lying, talking about your kid is this, your kid is that, knowing damn well you letting your husband play in the pussy. She might got straight A's, but your husband playing the pussy. Uncle playing the pussy. Cousin playing the pussy. Everybody playing in the pussy. But you a great ass mom because you ignoring the fact you been playing the pussy because they played in your pussy. See, that's that kind of shit y'all don't be wanting to talk about. So get off of Karlissa. Okay, so I start talking about all you hoes that got your pussy played in. You have your hoes on the motherfucking internet blogging the shit done had your pussy played in by everybody you know. Ain't nothing but a little hoe. Can't control your motherfucking sexual appetites and drives and shit. And you ain't about shit, think you know everything. Expert ain't never had no help from somebody touching coochie. Now let's stop playing games. Now, so we're gonna move on. Now we are celebrating black men going to jail. I noticed. That's what y'all do. And it's like, okay, he's fighting because he's been fighting women. He's a fighter of women. This man really don't fight women. He really get these bitches off of him after a while. He really doesn't fight women. And these hoes ain't gonna tell you that. Because half of the time they coked up, drunk any motherfucking way. So they don't know how the fuck the altercation happened. And anyway, they so volatile and they are so dysfunctional until the sex need, in order for them to have the sex that they want to have and to feel that they want the way they want to feel because of them being abused in their past, they got to have the fight first. You know, some of us women, you know, money make us come, you know, some of us. And then there's others that have to have a fisticuff to make them come. And that's those ones that have been abused and yeah, those ones. Those are the ones. But it's amazing to me how the Diddy situation has just went up under the rug. But we talk about Blueface, right? Blueface is. Diddy got a bigger name. Tyler Perry got a bigger name. Will Smith got a bigger name. Will Smith allegedly beat the shit out of Jada Pinkett because he walked in on her getting dicked down by Big Dick Mark Anthony. And beat the shit out of her, allegedly, disfigured her face, and put a makeshift hospital in the house for months so the bitch could heal and nobody could know that he was a wife beater. Allegedly. P. Diddy beats the shit, stump bitches, make bitches lose babies, kill bitches, all kinds of shit. And this nigga's walking free, and y'all ain't telling about y'all ain't wanting him to go to jail and too excited to me. I don't see y'all doing it. I see some of these motherfuckers coming out now trying to defend this nigga, trying to help revamp this nigga's motherfucking me image. I don't understand. So y'all gotta make that make sense. So you got him, and who was that other nigga? That Tyler Perry nigga. That nigga that got threatened and blackmailed on national social media. And everybody knew who the fuck he was. And just so that nigga wouldn't say a name, we ain't heard that nigga Christian Keys say another motherfucking thing. And I'm going to say it again. I heard from a Dallas disc jockey that nigga was sucking dick over 10 years ago. So for him to be coming out talking about Tyler Perry was a this and that, nigga, you selling that. You was a hoe. And we know you was a hoe. But that doesn't give Tyler Perry the pass of how he has been running through these gay men and making these men that normally probably wouldn't be in a gay situation a gay man. Tyler Perry is no different from all the other Kevin Spacey or whatever those other guys are that love the hell out of men in Hollywood. It's no different. It just isn't. So, but we're not talking about these heinous things. These things don't matter. What matters is that Blueface went to jail. Yippee-hi, yay. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Y'all are so excited that this man is not going to be around for that little baby girl, that little baby boy, and that boy that is growing into a young man at some point. And definitely, this is the time that the first son really needs his father. But that shit is hilarious to you motherfuckers. That's why you turned your baby daddies in and they went to jail and you gave him a motherfucking criminal history. And then when he get out, you're fucking him and getting another baby sending him back to jail. Get another baby, send him back to jail. And they see, y'all think that type of shit is funny. You think that shit is funny. It's not. And I hate that y'all find a black man going to jail a fucking hilarious. I know what he's done. I understand. He's 25 or below. He's like a Tupac to me. Some of y'all can go, what? He don't rap like Tupac. I didn't say that, bitch. I said he's like a Tupac to me, meaning that he is a trendsetter. He is your focus point. He is a very popular individual on his own by being who he is. That's what I'm just gonna say this. Blueface built Chrisean and he built Jaidyn. Build a bare ass nigga is what he did. He built the bear all of them hoes. And I mean literally build the bear on Jaidyn. He stuffed that bitch and everything. And then he built also Chrisean. And still you guys find him to be the enemy. You wouldn't know these girls. You wouldn't have this while he's in jail. You wouldn't have the entertainment. You wouldn't have the ability to be entertained. None of these things would be something you would have if you had not known about Blueface. But yet and still, you want to talk about this man. This man has done a great job. I think as far as what his job was. His job was not to impregnate girls, get in a relationship with bitches and have a bunch of babies and run through hoes and be juggling hoes. That was not what his mother was teaching him to do. The blueprint that Karlissa put out there, when he mined that blueprint, he was successful. His mind would kick in the middle of the blueprint, and with the mother and the mama and him, they were awesome, and they was taking this shit down. But it's the power of the PUSSY. And I have raised a boy, and it's hard to teach them, no matter how real you are, that shit right there ain't worth the motherfucking body is sitting there, But you got to tell them it's not worth the body is sitting there. But if they choose to fall in love with it and become infatuated with it and think a bitch to say she love him and do what he say do love him, then that's his dumb ass. So that's a lesson to be taken from Blueface. But, also we seem to talk very little about Chrisean's sisters. Somewhere along the line, y'all gonna realize that Malone situation is kind of big too, guys. That's a curse. It's something about that that has to be at some point talked about. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see how that plays out. But these girls are looking a little poisonous. Jeez, death, jail, shit. I don't know. It's yeah. So on that note, that's what I wanted to say about my boy Blueface.